In Bangs, Ohio, right outside of Mount Vernon and a 15-minute drive from MVNU, lies a historical building located on the grounds of the Chapel Hill Golf Course. What once served as the Knox County Infirmary, a place for the mentally ill, and a Bible college, is now talked about as being one of the many haunted territories in Ohio.
We got the privilege to talk to Mike Szymanski as the owner of Chapel Hill Golf Course.
We've owned the property for the last 3 years. In 2008, we bought the golf course, and part of the purchase was that property, including the building. And a little bit of things that I picked up over that time period. Actually, it was built in 1875. It took 3 years to build it. Total cost of $90,000. It functioned primarily as the Knox County poorhouse, I guess you could call it. Also as an infirmary where they housed mentally ill people, tuberculosis-laden people.
The house has been abandoned since the House of Nightmares attraction collapsed.
The previous owners contracted with an individual that ran that House of Nightmares, and the story as I know it was he was trying to alter the building to suit his processing of the people for this haunted house. And one of the floors he tried to go in and make a sunken room or something like that. Went in, did some structural readjustment, and the building wouldn't take it. And with the way it was constructed, it's a 4-story building. All 4 inside stories collapsed on one another, just pancaked, collapsed to the first floor.
The house has been talked about so much that the Booth brothers decided to produce a movie for the Sci-Fi Channel.
Shooting last week for the Sci-Fi Channel that was directed by the Booth brothers and investigates buildings of this type for their historical value and then any paranormal activity.
This house contains multiple paranormal stories. One is a lady who was on her way to Mansfield and felt called to go to the house.
She explained to Brian that she possessed the sixth sense about her, where she was able to communicate with paranormal, I guess. Or she explained to him the existence of what was going on with the energy in the building at the time. And we had been talking about demolishing the building because it's in such poor condition, and that these spirits or this energy were saddened by that and were very aroused over that situation and causing a lot of commotion. And that's what brought her to it. And her images that she picked up were younger children as she drove up to the building in the windows. That's the way she explained it. There was a story about a young lady that fell out of the 4th floor window to her death.
Mike says he's convinced that there's at least something that exists in that house. He says that he saw something in the thermal energy camera while showing the Booth brothers and a psyche around the house and using their equipment.
First-hand experiences, I'm a little bit more convinced that there's something that exists down there now. Whatever energy it is or whatever it is, whatever you want to call it, it's definitely occupied. Well, the individual, the psychic, picked up the energy from whatever spirits. It's hard to describe. I don't know what you want to call it. But it was an image that stayed. I mean, it was an image on the camera, on the thermal imaging camera, that was very existent. It was there. You know, it films and picks up the heat, and you can see the actual person that was in the frame, and then slowly there's like against the wall, and the wall's all blue because it's cold, and then you see this other image appear and just kind of move back and forth. This person was talking to him, and the psychic, he was encouraging this spirit, trying to help him out. I saw it. I saw it firsthand. I knew there wasn't anything being fixed or rung up. I was there, I saw it. I saw the individual communicate with this energy. And then I saw it on the camera. I guess once you see it, it makes you a believer.